Morning, ma'am. This is your counsel, Attorney Gayla Embalane. So before we start, may I respectfully ask to record our conversation so this audio recording will serve as your evidence for further proceedings of your case. Can we start now?
Yes.
Okay, today is April 7, 2021. The time is 10 o'clock a.m. and I will be interviewing Ma'am Mia Estiva. So how are you, ma'am?
I'm not so good,
Okay, ma'am.
attorney.
And so do I have your permission to tape record our conversation?
Yes po.
Okay. Can you please state your name?
I am Mia Estiva.
Mm-mm. How old are you?
I am 25 years old.
Where do you live?
I live at Concepcion Pequeña, Naga City.
So are you married?
No, ma'am, but I have a 5-year relationship with my former boyfriend.
Uh, may I know his name and his profession?
He is Miguel de la Cruz and he is a policeman.
How was your relationship with Miguel de la Cruz?
Um, it was very traumatic.
Mhm.
He often beat and humiliates me in front of other people.
Can you please tell me more about the beatings and humiliation you have experienced?
Um, well, last March 2021, I was at the house of my friend Mercy, seeking refuge after Miguel ousted me out of our house. He accused me falsely of bringing in partners in our boarding house and uttered spiteful words like that I'm a whore, a
Mm-mm.
prostitute. That's why I went to my friend Mercy.
What happened next?
The next morning, around 9 o'clock, he went where I was staying at my friend's house, Mercy. And then he was shouting and forced me to go out of Mercy's house.
And what happened? What else happened?
Um, out of helplessness, I I don't know what else to do but to oblige. So I went out, then went with him to go back to our boarding house. But while on the way,
Mm-mm.
he grabbed me and then boxed me at my left ear.
After that, what happened next?
Um, I felt that there was blood in my ear, and so I asked him why he did that, and and went on walking with him, going back to our boarding house. He repeatedly shouted my name, calling me whore, calling me prostitute, and if ever that when I threatened him that I would sue him, he he told me to go on and that he he will he's a policeman, so he has connections and that he's so sure of himself that he can get out of it.
Okay, ma'am.
And so I decided to go to the barangay captain's house, but then he grabbed me again, then tried to pull down my pants and purposely pull down my underwear too.
Can you tell me what particular spot did the accused pull down your pants and your underwear?
Um, right in front of my friend Mercy.
What was that spot? Is it along the road or a backyard?
It was along the road,
Along
so
the
there was a lot of people.
Could you describe the place? Were there houses nearby that spot where he pulled down your pants and panty?
There was a small store, so people were looking at us. There are houses um, above, and then one of them even told me that he saw us.
Was it already dark at the time?
Yes, it was dark, but not so dark because there was a street light
About what time?
around 9 o'clock.
So after pulling down your pants and your underwear along that road, what else happened?
Still not contented, he threw back my pants as well as my underwear, again repeatedly shouting my name, calling me whore, calling me prostitute, and I was really very hurt because of his repeated calling me whore and calling me my name, which my family has nothing to do with what happened between us.
Okay, ma'am. And what happened the following day?
I stayed again at my friend's house, but Minerva this time. Then at around 5 o'clock of March 21, I felt pain at my back where he kicked me the night before. Then I told Minerva that I would just go home to seek medical help. But before I could even do that, um, uh, I felt that there was blood coming out from me. Then I went to the bathroom to check, then realized that I was already bleeding profusely. So I was I was crying, I was shouting, asking for help. Then next thing I knew was they were my friend Minerva and some of her family members already wrapped me up in a blanket and rushed me to the hospital. Then that's where I learned that I just lost my baby.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. What would you like to do now?
Um, I would like to file a case against Miguel for what he had done to me and to our baby.
Okay, so from the circumstances and from the testimony that you have provided, a criminal action for violation of RA 9262 or VAWC, Violence Against Women and Their Children Act, or you may file a petition for protection order.
Um, I would like to file a case against him.
Okay, ma'am, but before that, let me explain first what is RA 9262. So it is a law that seeks to address the rampant abuse and violence against women and their children committed by their former husband, current husband, live-in partner, boyfriend, or in your case, your former ex-boyfriend. What kinds of abuse that may be committed? It may be physical, sexual, or economic abuse. In your case, ma'am, we can infer that there is a psychological violence committed by the offender. The law states that psychological violence is an action of the offender that will cause or likely to cause mental or emotional suffering, including but not limited to repeated mental abuse, public ridicule, or intimidation or harassment. Among of these acts are provided under Section 5, letter I of the law, which criminalizes the acts that may cause or likely to cause emotional or mental abuse, public humiliation, including but not limited to repeated mental abuse and denial of child custody. So in order to establish psychological violence in accordance with Section 5, letter I, the following acts must be present. First is that the complainant is a woman or a child. Second, that the woman is the wife, common wife, or girlfriend or ex-girlfriend. Third, that the offender causes the woman mental or emotional anguish. And lastly, that such anguish is caused through acts of public ridicule or humiliation, repeated verbal and emotional abuse. So all of these elements are present in your case. Now, let's focus on the important elements that will establish psychological violence, which are the third and fourth elements. Clearly, Miguel de la Cruz has caused mental and emotional anguish against you through public ridicule or humiliation. When he first called you to come out to the house that you were staying, and when he punched or boxed you at the left ear upon seeing you, when he shouted when he shouted your family name and called you good for nothing, and when he kicked you on the ground and pulled off your pants and underwear and called you worthless. All these acts were committed in front of many people, causing public ridicule and humiliation. And this results to emotional and mental pain against you.
What is the penalty for that, attorney?
The penalty for that is imprisonment ranging from 1 month and 1 day to 20 years, and payment of 100,000 to 300,000 in damages. There is also a mandatory psychological counseling or psychiatric treatment.
Where can I file the case, attorney?
You may file the same with the Regional Trial Court of Naga City.
Okay po, attorney.
So do you have any question, ma'am?
None so far, attorney. Thank you so much po.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. I will provide you the copy of transcript maybe tomorrow lunch, and I can help you to form your complaint. Just bring with you the pertinent documents like medical certificate and other evidence so we can start. Thank you, ma'am. Do you have any questions?
None so far, attorney. Thank you so much po. I really appreciate all your help. Thank you.
Have a nice day po. Goodbye.
사랑을 했다 우리가 만나 지우지 못할 추억